If you feel like your body has betrayed you, like pleasure is something reserved for other people, something you have to earn, or something you're always getting wrong, this little corner of podcast land is for you. I'm your radical, rageful mama bear here to defend your pleasure, throw academic shade at the patriarchy, and whisper sexological secrets I had to find. Because here's the truth. Pleasure isn't a side dish, it's not fluff, it's not luxury, it's your body's way of saying, I'm alive, I belong, and I have power. Welcome to the Nature of Pleasure. I'm Nicole Siegel, certified sexological body worker and creator of the Body Compass Method. And this is where we unravel the quiet codes of your body, the hidden intelligence beneath desire, and the organic rhythm of your erotic nature. You're not too sensitive. Your body's just not on board with your life. I could have just as easily called this episode, You Are Not Broken or Chronically Ill. Your body is just not on board with your life. Or your sex is not broken. You are not erotically dysfunctional. Your body's just not on board with your life. There's a lot of sexual dysfunction that gets mislabeled and miscategorized, actually, because of your body just not being on board with your life. There's also a lot of relationship issues that get categorized as just not having chemistry anymore or not having attraction anymore. And this is because of, again, your body just not being on board with your life anymore. Oh, and before we dive in, if your body is already whispering more, please, I've got options. If you're just starting this journey or your nervous system needs a gentle, private invitation back to sensation, grab my free video series, The 3 Best At-Home Sexological Bodywork Practices for more embodied sex. These are slow, simple, body-loving rituals you can do from the comfort of your own bed. No pressure, no performance, just reconnection. And if you're listening with a partner in mind, or you've been dreaming about what it would feel like to be touched, like someone actually studied for it, Reset Your Erotic Rhythm is my step-by-step couples course for reawakening desire, even if it's been on mute for months. You can find both in the show notes. Go get them. Your body is already asking. So, what I mean when I say your body is not on board with your life is probably a lot more subtle than you first assume it to be. When the body is saying no, it doesn't necessarily mean that the stimulus in front of you that it is saying no to is actually the thing that it's saying no to. Let me explain. If you've had unpleasant sexual experiences in the past, for example, if you have experienced an intimate boundary crossing with penetrative sex, and you go to have sex with your current partner, and as soon as they start to move towards penetration, your body turns into a no. That could not have anything to do with your current partner at all. That could just be your body storing your experiences that have not been fully felt and fully digested and processed yet. Not wanting penetrative sex or not wanting sex at all is an example of your body not being on board with your life. So let me give you some more examples of your body not being on board. This could present as what we call erectile dysfunction or lack of erectile choice. It could present as early ejaculation or a lack of ejaculatory choice. This could present as a low libido. It could even be the source or heavily influence prolapse that you're experiencing. Your body speaks through the physical medium. It is a physical, incarnated, meaty thing. And when your body is in protest, what that looks like is you have physical manifestations of that protest in your body. like being like chronic exhaustion or headaches or even skin issues, autoimmune disorders. I had a client once that was always in overproduction mode. He was an entrepreneur, business owner, and would go all day at his laptop from when he woke up to when he went to sleep, not even taking breaks to eat, rest, or just follow the natural cycles of rest, rejuvenation, and production of the day. And the reason he was coming to me was because his libido had disappeared. And what was more is that he was starting to experience a stress response when it came to either initiating intimacy or receiving an initiation of intimacy with his partner. This stress response, quickening of the heart, disassociation, numbness, mind racing, and the lower libido are signs that your body is signaling something to you. It is a sign that your body is not on board with what you are doing. And so our response to this is typically to try to use an intervention at the level of the symptom. So trying to find the right position or technique or right words to say in order to have sex or the right stimuli to get you going. We try to pattern interrupt at the level of the symptom. And what we really need to do is go back down to the roots and start building a relationship with your body again. And that is what somatics is. It's building a relationship, like a full, committed, married relationship with your body. And it takes some time, just like building a relationship with another human being does. As you're starting this journey yourself, take this metaphor with you. You are building trust with your body again. And if you think about what it looks like to build trust with another human being, it's slow. I'm not quite sure about you yet. I'll try this one thing out, not too intimate. I'm not going to reveal too much to you, but I'll throw a fishing line out. That's what your body does when you're first starting to listen to its signals. And the signals are weak at the beginning because you're building this strong foundation between the relational foundation between the two of you. So the signals start weaker. And as you keep showing up for your body, which could look like doing a daily pleasure ritual, it could look like intentional masturbation or intentional self-pleasure practice where you set 30 minutes aside to just devote to touching your body without any goal. It could look like sitting and journaling only about your sensations and not going into any story or cognitive frameworks or anything like that, just the sensations in your body. So as you start showing up for your body more, the signals of your body get louder and louder and more clear rather than your body protesting through low libido, other symptoms like that. Your body starts sending you these nuanced and clear and explicit signals and messages that really direct you to what she, he, they need. And let's take an example that I see really often in my client work, which is that there's a heterosexual married couple and the woman's libido has really fallen off. She doesn't find that she wants to have sex with her husband anymore. And she's getting more and more aggravated with what seem like really small things that happen around the household, like not doing the dishes on time or not fixing that thing that has been on the list for a couple of weeks now, or texting her to ask where the kids' uniform is when they could just find it themselves. So the woman starts getting more and more aggravated, and they come to this conclusion of, I'm just being so dramatic, I'm being sensitive. And So if we allow, so at this point, if we allow the body to take center stage and have a full seat at the table of your decision making, this lowering libido, you're probably experiencing less pleasure in daily life. All of these things are signs that your body is not in agreement with something that's happening in your reality. So maybe there's a truth that really needs to be spoken to your partner. Maybe you're being triggered by their behavior and you need to do some like self investigation and self work with that. Maybe there are some body image challenges that you've been living with your whole life, and your body is just tired of being objectified and spoken badly to, and all the self hate talk that we all have running in our brains when we look in the mirror. And maybe your body is sick of it and done with that and ready to let that go and really wanting you to love on her again. So, the next time this happens, where you are noticing a way that you have checked out, where you have left the building, where you're blaming yourself for overreacting or being too sensitive, this is what I want you to do instead. I want you to try on the possibility that whatever message your body is sending you is from the deepest wisdom of the earth and the universe. I just want you to assume for a moment, just try it on, just assume that God, the divine, the universe, whatever word you feel fits with connecting with that thing that's bigger than you. I want you to just assume and try on that that is speaking to you through your physical experience, through your physical body. And I want you to just see what comes up. Just see. You might be pretty surprised by what you find. That's it for now, gorgeous. Go close the tabs, ignore the algorithm, go roll around in something real. The show notes are dripping with resources. Take what you need, and if you forget, your body will remind you. If you've been giving your partner books, podcasts, loving hints, carrier pigeons, and they still don't speak your body's language, yeah, I made something for that. Reset Your Erotic Rhythm is my couples course for bringing intimacy back into rhythm without cringe scripts, weird sex games, or resentment under the surface. It's loving, it's structured, and it works even if your sex life has been on mute since 2020. Check it out in the show notes. Let me do the teaching so you can get back to the touching.